strong.
Welcome back to Crypto for Freedom, where we talk about gaining financial freedom through the cryptocurrency markets. I just wanted to give a big thank you to all of my subscribers and all the continued support. We're ballooning up to 300 subscribers almost. I've posted a video on this channel every day for the last 21 days. And in that time, I've had an amazing turnout of audience, over 10,000 monthly audience, 280 new subscribers, and almost 900 watch hours in 3 weeks. It's just an amazing stat. So thank you guys so much. Let's jump into the video. So jumping back into Dogecoin on the daily chart, Dogecoin is still above this support line and is currently in an ascending parallel channel, finding support, resistance, support. And in my opinion, the next move is going to be back up to the top of this channel. There are a few things that are still concerning to me that I wanted to talk about today. And one of them being, it looks like Dogecoin is making a head and shoulders pattern. Here's the left shoulder, the head, and it looks like we're forming the right shoulder now. And a head and shoulders pattern is traditionally a bearish pattern. The target for this head and shoulders pattern is from the top of the head to the neck, and you bring that down to where the breakout is. If this pattern were to play out, we could see Dogecoin dropping another 72% from where it's at to come all the way down to 6 cents. And that would actually kind of make sense traditionally, considering the fact that Dogecoin dropped 93% in the last bear market, and a drop from our most recent swing high at 48 cents down to 6 cents would be an 87% drop. So that's pretty in line with the traditional drop for Dogecoin. Let's take a look at how many days from the peak in January 2018 to the peak in May of 2021. It looks like that was 1,216 days. And if we measure from the peak in 2021 out 1,216 days, you can see that that's pretty close. Pretty close. You know, only 100 days off if that was going to be the peak. And I think one of the only ways for Dogecoin to actually come up and make a new high this cycle is if Bitcoin is able to continue to have green months over the next 1, 2, 3, 6 months and actually go into a super cycle. Because in the past bull runs, we've seen that after 510 days, after the halving, which is this yellow line, we saw a peak for Bitcoin. Same is true for the 2020 halving, that 546 days. After that halving, we saw a peak for Bitcoin. And are we seeing a peak for Bitcoin right now? 558 days past the halving, right here. And if Bitcoin's not able to continue its bull run and go into a super cycle, we could actually see this bearish pattern for Dogecoin play out with a left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And ultimately that would be pretty bearish for Dogecoin, especially if we don't make a new high this cycle. Because we've seen a new high for Dogecoin in every single one of its cycles, following along with the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. So if we don't see Dogecoin come up and make a new high that's above 74 cents, which was our previous all-time high, Yeah, for one, that's just going to be very shocking to me because the trend is your friend until the end. And until we don't actually see a new high, then I'm going to be assuming there's going to be a new high for Dogecoin. Even if that happens in the next 2 or 3 weeks, which is very likely, if we take a look at how many days it took for Dogecoin to make a new high once it broke out of the previous all-time high, you can see that the peak came very quick in 108 days. And, you know, that could be by the end of the year. I mean, it only took 96 days for Dogecoin to go from the all-time high, go from breaking out of the old all-time high up to a new high. So could we see Dogecoin over the next 96 days break out from the previous all-time high and come up and make a new high? I think it's very likely. Hey, baby. Maybe I'll leave that in the video.
Okay, ready? You ready? Keep going.
Oh, you make me nervous.
Keep going.
And back here in March of 2017, we can see that Dogecoin had a 8,000% gain. In the next bull run, Dogecoin broke out and had a 25,000% gain.
Volatility!
Very volatile for sure. And if we were to see anywhere from an 8,000 to 25,000% gain, for this cycle, I mean, that could put Dogecoin all the way up at an 8,000% gain would be a $7.73 a $7.73 Dogecoin, and a 25,000% gain. I mean, that would bring Dogecoin all the way up to $21, which I think is very unlikely this cycle, but you never know. And the thing is, if Bitcoin doesn't actually break out into a super cycle and continue having green months in the coming months, then there's no chance for Dogecoin to come up and make a new high. So make sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments if we're going to see a new high this cycle for Dogecoin, or if this is pretty much the end for it and we're going to have to wait till 2028, 2029 to finally see a new high for Dogecoin, with Dogecoin kind of acting like XRP now, where XRP did not have a new high in the 2021 cycle, but then came up and made a new high in the 2025 cycle and took 8 years to make a new high. So do you guys think Dogecoin is going to do that now? And if so, are you ready to hold through the volatility and accumulate over time for life-changing gains? Just remember that none of this is financial advice. Make sure to always do your own research. And I'm just a random guy on YouTube, so make sure to do your own research, guys. Check out all my playlist links down below in the description. And with that, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!